Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast for Monday, the 15th of January, 2024. I'm Darkside Phil. I welcome you here to the show, and let me put it this way. There's good news today, and I'm actually excited to talk about the good news today. I'm always excited to share good news with all of you, and I'm happy about that. But at the very same time, there is some stuff going on in my personal life right now. And because of it, sadly, it's affecting me behind the scenes. And no, don't worry, it has nothing to do with Kat and I. We're fine. But basically, I got some really bad news yesterday, and essentially, like, it's really, like, bothering me, and I barely got any sleep last night. I'm just being honest. Like, maybe a few solid hours, if that. And because of that, I just don't feel so well today. Like, in my mind, physically, everything, okay? So I just want to let you guys know up front that that could definitely affect today's content, today's streams. Obviously, it's not my intention, but at the same time, when there's underlying personal stuff going on behind the scenes, it can affect stuff. And I want you guys to know that up front, so that way, if I come off today as looking like I'm upset, or I'm in a bad mood, or I'm tired, or I'm sad, there's a reason, okay? And it has nothing to do with the streams. It has nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do with my personal stuff going on here in my life, you know, at home. Don't worry about any of that. All that is good, okay? But sometimes in life, there's stuff that happens that you just can't help. It's out of your control. It's inevitable. And it's like, well, I guess it is what it is. Now, I'm not ready. My door's moving. I'm not ready to talk about it in any public capacity. So until more develops or I have more information or whatever, I just, you know, I'm not going to talk about it, okay? So just so you guys know, I don't want anyone to be like, oh my God, I'm looking at Phil today and he just doesn't look that good or whatever. I mean, that's what's going on. Like, I legit didn't get a good night's sleep. Right, Jasper? You know. He knows because he was in the bedroom with Kat and I. And, you know, it is what it is. So, if and when I'm ready to talk about it, I'll let you know. But I just want to get that out of the way up front, you know, okay? So it's out of the way. I really don't want to mention it again today if I can avoid it. I'd rather just focus on the positive. As you guys know, me chilling with you guys on stream, having a good time with gaming and podcasting and all this stuff is something that absolutely helps me take my mind off of anything kind of negative going on in my life behind the scenes of this, okay? So there you go, okay? Cool. Welcome to the show. I got that out of the way. Thanks for being here. Like I said, today's Monday. We're basically heading into the second half of the week now, and good stuff, you know, coming with the gameplay and everything that we have on deck here and planned. Looking forward to progress in Baldur's Gate 3. Looking forward to progress in Resident Evil. Actually, double Sea of Stars streams, which is really cool. And my second ever family night stream this Wednesday night with Jasper Kitty and Kat, where we're going to have another awesome hangout session, Q&A and the like, on the late stream on Wednesday. So that's good stuff, right? That's all good stuff on deck, ready to go for this weekend. I'm excited for it. So I hope that you guys will join me for that. It should be a good time, all right? Anyway, we got a few interesting things to talk about, all right? And one of them is very positive, okay? So what I think should I just get this out of the way now, the positive thing as well, the announcement, because I'm very excited about this announcement. Jasper's this is not the announcement. Jasper is like being very silly today. Jasper Kitty, stop rubbing your face on my table, you silly. What are you doing? Why are you so excited today? Look at you, crawling all over me. Are you excited about family night coming up on Wednesday? Is that what it is? You're so excited to be on stream with Kat and I at the same time? No, he shook his head. It means no. He says, no, absolutely not. He's like, I don't care about you. He's like, when is there going to be a stream with just him and Kat? Not me. Get me off the stream. No one wants to see me. Right, buddy? No one wants to see my old ass, right? I agree with you. What a silly guy. He has no sense of time. That's absolutely incorrect. He has a great sense of time. I can tell you that for sure. He wakes up at the same time every morning and tries to wake me up early. And I'm like, no, it's not time to get up yet. But he wants to get up. The sun's up. He's like, oh, it's time. Oh, it's time. He's like, he's an internal clock, right? Anyway, so Jade, I know you're not interested in Baldur's Gate 3. You said you'll be back for Sea of Stars. That sounds cool. All right. So, to get to the positive update, let's get this going because I like good news. So as you know, putting a lot of oh my god, hold on. Let's try that again. I'm putting a lot of effort over on my newly rebranded. I can't get this announcement out. Now he's crawling on me. Jasper, should I not give the announcement? Should I not give the positive news? What are you doing? He's so silly today. Cat sense when you're stressed and he's trying to calm me down. Oh yeah? Do you think that's what it is? Maybe that's what it is. He realizes how stressed out I am right now. It could be. You guys might be onto something. Cool. Alright, let's try again. Let's see if I can get through it this time. So, as you guys know, I've been putting a lot of effort into my newly rebranded channel, DSPThrowback. You know, the retro playthroughs of both Final Fantasy 13 and Red Dead Redemption are live over there. As of this morning, in fact, part 3 of Red Dead Redemption just went live about an hour ago. So I hope that you'll give it a look. If you want my honest opinion, the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough is and it's not because of me, it's because the game is just not that good. The whole first, like, 15 hours of that game are very, very slow-paced and boring. And then the game picks up in, like, the next 15 hours when the game goes open world. Just sucks. I think right now we're, like, 8 or 9 parts in. So, you know, you're talking 4.5, 5 hours into the game, and it's, like, still not that good. Like, when does it get good? It gets good later. But I don't know why they designed it like that. It really is one of the slowest opening builds of any RPG where the beginning sucks, you know? So, yeah, so anyway, that's good stuff. And I want to say thank you all, because you guys have been watching the videos and leaving comments and giving, you know, feedback that's helping that channel improve. And that's what it needs, you know? You guys have been asking for that missing lost media content for years and years. And when are those playthroughs ever going to come back? Because they're not on the internet anymore. And you're right. So I'm very happy to bring them back in 30-minute increments, new thumbnails, new titling system, you know, upgraded visuals to 1440p plus 60 frames per second. I'm really enjoying the quality. I'm watching those playthroughs along with you guys because I need to title each part. So I'm there with you, enjoying those playthroughs. I think that it's awesome to have those back. The commentary is definitely that of a bygone era, meaning there's a lot of things that I say over there that I would not say in the modern day. 2010 is very different from 2014. You know, 14 years changes a lot about society and YouTube as a whole. back then I was trying to appeal to a more immature teen audience. So I would kind of say over-the-top stuff on purpose to get attention for it. And today I would definitely not do that. But I'm enjoying that channel, okay? It's doing pretty good. For a channel, it's only been live a little over a week. You know, I rebranded it at the beginning of the month. I started uploading last Thursday, and then, well, 2 Thursdays ago. And then last Thursday was the week anniversary. So it's been about a week and a half. So why am I talking about DSP Throwback? Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. It is partnered. YouTube has approved the partnership in 2 days of it actually qualifying for the partnership. I'm very pleased with this because that means that a lot of features are now enabled. And it means that we can move forward. This door is not going to stay over there. It's going to apparently keep closing or opening. It means that some of the plans we have for that channel can move forward now. Yeah, I'm just going to stop bothering. The door's moving again by itself. Look, watch this. It's going to be on camera in just a sec. You know what it is? It's the fan. The fan is oscillating. It's pushing the door. Anyway, yeah, exactly. No month of waiting needed. It was 2 days. So, wow. And, you know, I have to think that the reason being is because that channel already had been partnered for a very long time. It was only unpartnered because YouTube changed their criteria and made it so that if a channel's idle for an excessive period of time without any uploads or views, that they would essentially unpartner the channel and then you had to requalify. I'm happy it only took about a week to requalify. That's awesome, right? So here's the deal, all right? Do I have any active plans to immediately start doing stuff over there? Like, let's have goals for monetization and stuff. No. I don't have anything plans like that. Our plans for the channel are as follows. Keep uploading Final Fantasy 13 and keep uploading Red Dead 1 and alternate each day with a new video. That's going to stay in place. That's what I wanted to do to begin with. Perhaps if I get a little bit of free time, which I don't know when that would be, but if I get a little bit of free time, I may dive into my hard drives and look for some other missing footage. Like I know for a fact, and by the way, I apologize, my sinuses are really bothering me today. My left sinus is completely stuffed again, and the nasal drip is bothering me. My throat is actually bothering me today, probably because I didn't get a good night's sleep. So my apologies again if I don't sound good and my nose is screwed up. That's what's going on, okay? Anyway, my plans are, outside of just uploading those 2 playthroughs, maybe going into the hard drives and looking for some other missing vlog content. I know for a fact there was like a few different vlogging things that I did way back, and those are lost to time. My original vlogging channel, all that content is blocked on YouTube. You can't find it. So I'm actually debating, you know, going and finding that old vlogging content and maybe finding some things that were multiple parts. One of the things we've actually been doing, actually, on DSP versus the Internet, my React show, is watching some older videos of me, like, from my old condo in Connecticut, like, 15 years old. And it's like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Maybe take the 4 parts, edit them together into, like, one 30, 40-minute video, and have that video be like me doing going through my bins back then and seeing what kind of stuff I had. You know, I had games, I had all kinds of stuff, accessories, collectibles, and stuff. I think that'd be a pretty neat video, right? So a little bit more variety of stuff over there because I am enjoying having the videos there, but I know that people are going to get burned out on just, you know, those game playthroughs. So variety is good. I'm not going to bombard the channel with too much content. Don't worry. I'm not planning on, you know, uploading tons of videos every day or anything like that. That's not the plans for DSP Throwback, okay? But another thing that I wanted to do that now is kind of on the table would be doing a live stream over there. And I guess the question is, what kind of a live stream would you guys like to see first? And I think tonight I'm going to do a special video about this over there. And I'm also going to do a poll on that channel, the first poll I've ever done on that channel in the community tab, okay? So basically I've had 2 ideas for streams on DSP Throwback. Idea number 1 would be a retro night. And what I mean by that is a night where basically it's kind of a hybrid stream. We'll reminisce about what it was like being a YouTuber 15 years ago, how different the site was, how different you know, the channel pages, the comment system, the uploading system was, how it was like being a YouTuber, the initial reaction to me uploading videos to YouTube, and basically do like a fielding questions kind of a stream where people can ask me all about old YouTube. And me answer as being a 15+ year YouTuber. I'm one of the rare ones, right? I really am. I'm one of the rare ones that have been around for that long. And I've seen the site go through so many changes and iterations over the years. I feel like we could have an interesting hangout discussion about that. But in addition, sorry, my nose again. Basically what I'm thinking is, maybe on those nights, like the first hour can be like a hangout session. And then the second hour can be me playing an old game. So, for example, maybe the first hour it's a hangout session and we talk, and I have a poll running. What retro game would you like me to see me play tonight? Ninja Gaiden, you know, Legend of Zelda original, or, you know, like 3 retro games that are maybe on the Switch or something like that. And in the second hour, I just do a quick throwback gameplay session. It doesn't even have to be something serious or something that's going to be a playthrough. It could just be me hanging out with an old game and us kind of hanging out together with that. You know, because the thing is, I like retro games, but people just don't like them on this channel. I'm going to be honest. Like, every time I play a retro game on here, it doesn't get attention. No one really cares, right? It's like, oh, you should be playing something more new or you know, modern. It's like, at least I get that. But I grew up in the 80s and 90s playing these classic games. I love them. I would love to take time to play them. Like last year, I wanted to do a retro games marathon. That was my first idea for an event for 2023. And we didn't get anyone really on board for it. No one, because remember, that's when I was still doing member goals for events. We didn't hit the member goal, and I was like, wow, you know, that kind of sucks, because I love retro games. I wanted to do it, and we didn't even do it. So that's idea number 1 for that channel, is to do like a retro night where basically, you know, I relax with you guys for like an hour or so, doing some chill talk Q&A about being an old school YouTuber, and then maybe the second half, because you guys will be voting during the first hour, we figure out what retro game to play. Okay, so that's one. Now, the other idea that I have is a lot different, okay? So as you know, currently 2 old playthroughs are on that channel, Final Fantasy 13 and Red Dead Redemption. Within a few more days, a lot more parts will be live. The second idea I have is a react stream where I, in the current day now, react to my old playthroughs, right? So imagine me doing a random 2-hour night stream where I just react to the original start of Final Fantasy 13, or I react to the start of Red Dead Redemption, right? I think that'd be interesting, because obviously you're going to see a huge contrast and difference between the commentary style from back then and today. You might also see some similar things. We might laugh at the old jokes, or we might cringe at the old commentary, right? But I think that's good to look at your past and acknowledge it, and say what was right and what was wrong about it, right? Because I can tell you right now, from having watched back some of these videos, that I was saying stuff that is definitely not cool. You know what I mean? Like, for example, there were words that I used to use in the fighting game community all the time, all right? And basically, I would never use those words today. Never. And I'm watching back these playthroughs, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like saying it over and over and over. I mean, 14 years ago, I was a different person. And now I've grown and learned and, you know, matured, but I was just stupid, you know? I was ignorant. I didn't understand that using those words is very harmful, right? So, that could be very interesting to do a stream like that. So those are my 2 ideas for streams over there. And the thing is, now that that channel is monetized, okay, that kind of content is viable, because as you know, I run businesses, you know, like DSPGaming, DSP Reacts, and now DSP Throwback. This is all part of my business strategy of presenting content to you for free. You watch it, you enjoy it, and because you like it, you then opt in to support it because you want to see that content continue. The DSP Throwback project is exactly what it is. It's a project. It's something you guys have asked me for many, many years. You said, will you bring back the throwback content? We really want to see those old playthroughs and stuff, right? So that's cool, and I brought it back. But now that that channel is monetized, it gives me an opportunity to actually, you know, kind of get something out of it. As of now, there's 2 things enabled on the DSP Throwback channel: memberships and super chat / super thanks. Ads are not enabled on the channel yet because I still need to gain something like 700, 800 watch hours on the channel, and then advertisements will be enabled. Okay? It's really dumb how YouTube does this. They have this weird new system they implemented last year. So your channel has to have a certain number of subscribers to qualify for one level, a certain number of subscribers to qualify for the other level, a certain number of watch hours for this level, watch hours for that level, and none of it makes any logical sense. It's just some manager who works at YouTube sitting in a boardroom with a bunch of yes men around them saying, I'm going to make some arbitrary numbers up now of how people can qualify for our partner program. There's no science behind them. Because it doesn't make, just think of it this way. If you have 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours in a year, you can get memberships and you can get super chats. If you get, Jasper, no, you're not going to chew this wire. If you get, Jasper Kitty, release the wire. Look what he's doing to my headphone wire. Let me put it up here so he won't do that. Okay. If you get 1,000 subscribers, so double the amount for memberships and super chats, but 4,000 watch hours in a year, you could then get ads on your videos. Where'd you get those numbers from? Does that even make any... Just think about that. Does that make any logical sense? Double the amount of subscribers, but only increase your watch hours by 25%, but then you qualify for ads. It's just some guy who doesn't use the site, doesn't understand the site, knows nothing about it, in a boardroom making an arbitrary decision. And this happens all the time with this kind of business. Some person who just has no street smart hands-on experience, oh, I'll just make a number up out of thin air. If you qualify for one, you should just qualify for the other. It shouldn't be halfway here, halfway there, halfsies. It's stupid, okay? But YouTube actively does not employ anyone who actually uses the site. They employ a bunch of coders and a bunch of business people. So they don't really get it, okay? Anyway, so basically, right now we got memberships and we have super chats on the channel. Once we get more viewing hours on the channel, then it'll enable ads. And based on the rate that we're going, with the amount of people watching the channel and everything, probably another 1 to 2 weeks if I were just to release like one video a day like I'm doing. And then it's going to qualify for the advertisements. However, there's a couple kind of snafus in that. Number one, half the videos of Final Fantasy 13 are already not monetizable because of copyright. And you might say, well, that doesn't make sense. What do you mean? Well, listen to this. Many years ago, okay, Square Enix put a bunch of promotional material on YouTube for Final Fantasy 13. And when they did so, they fed it into YouTube's copyright match system. Okay? So, what it was like the intro to the game, like the first cutscene, and then it was like various fights from the early parts of the game. So the first area and the second area, there's like a fight from each area that they showed off to showcase their game as like promo stuff. But because they fed it into YouTube's copyright system and it was direct feed footage, anyone who does a playthrough of Final Fantasy 13 now gets copyright matched to that. I know that sounds stupid. Like, I'm uploading my playthrough from 2010, and I'm getting told your footage from 2010 is already copyright matched to Square Enix footage from promo materials that they put on YouTube. Like, it's not the same playthrough at all. It's not. I'm not using their footage. They don't have the rights to my footage. This is a let's play or playthrough, as opposed to them just doing direct feed footage to promo their game. But YouTube doesn't care. Okay? At all. They don't care. So, out of the, I think, 9 videos of Final Fantasy 13 that I have uploaded right now, I want to say like 4 or more already, I can't monetize them. Meaning, you can't do a super thanks on the video. There's no ads on that video forever. Like, there's nothing I can do. I tried disputing them, and the thing is, it could take up to 2 weeks to see if Square Enix will do anything about it. A lot of the times, these companies just let it go, but sometimes they'll actually be stupid and obstinate and be like, oh no, that's our content from 15 years ago, and then you can't monetize it. So I don't know what they're going to do. But basically, the way I see it is, you know, I'd like to get the watch hours on that channel up to the point where I can, like, monetize stuff, but there's no guarantees that I'm even going to be able to monetize half the content on the channel. these old playthroughs, right? Luckily, I've had no problems with Red Dead Redemption as of yet. It's not like I didn't get any Rockstar claims or anything like that, so that's a good thing. But if I do stream on that channel, right? Like, let's say if next week we do a random night stream just to kind of break in the channel and do a stream on there and see how it goes, see who shows up, that stream would actually help the watch hours significantly. For those who don't know, live stream view hours are great. Like, they help a channel a ton for this kind of metric stuff. So if I did a stream and there's only 200 viewers, but the stream goes for like 2 hours, it actually will help the channel a ton for the view hour thing, okay? And I need that. Like, I need the channel's view hours boosted to qualify for the full partnership of putting ads on the videos. So I'm debating one night next week doing a late night stream on DSP Throwback just to do our first ever stream and kind of, you know what they say, when you launch a ship, you break the bottle on it, you christen the ship. So it's kind of like we would be christening the channel and doing our first ever stream over there, right? So, that's what I'm thinking. But anyway, as of this morning, over on DSP Throwback, if you're enjoying the content on that channel, you have two options. You can leave a super thanks on any video that is monetizable, meaning the Red Dead Redemption playthrough, and I think like every other part of the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough. Not part 1, but I think maybe part 2, and then probably like not part 3, but maybe part 4. So you can leave super thanks on the videos. Now, what's a super thanks? It's basically a super chat that you guys would do on the chat when I'm streaming. But it's on an on-demand video. It shows as a highlighted comment on the video. And what I do is I actively, you know, highlight those and I say thank you. I'll respond to your comment and say thank you if you leave a super thanks. Now, I almost never get super thanks. Here on DSP Gaming, over on DSP Reacts, I almost never. It's like an afterthought. Most people don't use them, okay? I'm happy when I do get one, but it's like once a month I'll get a super thanks. Seriously, that's how rare it is, okay? So, am I expecting to get a super thanks or anything like that? Probably not, all right? But you could become a member over there if you would so like. That's up to you. I am not pushing memberships on DSP Throwback in any way, shape, or form. The way I see it is it's kind of a way, like on this channel, it's a way for you to support that effort of making those retro playthroughs modern again without having any kind of like active contribution during like a live stream or something like that. You can become a member there if you want. I'm not going to be actively tracking members over there. I'm not going to be actively having goals for members over there, all right? Basically, I think what I did is I threw together the DSP Throwback logo. I basically just colored it like 10 different ways, and those are the levels of membership. So level 1 membership, you get the first colored logo. Level 2, you get a silver logo. Level 3, you get a gold logo. Level 4, you get like, I don't know, a green logo. Level 5, it's blue. Level 6, it's purple, right? That's all I did. And again, much like this channel, there's no real benefits to being a member besides having that highlighted, you know, on your comments or in your stream chat for when I stream over there. By the way, I didn't even do multiple levels. I just threw it together this morning quick, and I said just one level. Now, I have the ability to add levels later, but I don't see the point because I don't have other things to offer you guys. You know, on DSP Reacts, the various membership levels make sense. Level 1, you get to nominate videos for the React Show. Level 2, you get to ask me Q&A questions for the React Show. And level 3, the Ultra level member, you get your video watched for sure on the React Show, right? Those levels make a lot of sense, right? But on the Throwback channel, considering the fact that I don't really have plans to implement various levels, I'm not going to do that. I just have one level of membership, and it's the same as the cost of a membership here, and it's the same as the cost of a membership over on DSP Reacts. I think it's like $3.99. And that's totally up to you. All I would say is that would definitely help that channel, all right? If you like that throwback content, you've been enjoying it for the week and a half that channel's been live, becoming a member over there would help. It would help, you know, for the efforts that I and of course my team. Because remember, it's not me. I'm not taking credit for this. That the whole editing the videos together and upscaling them, that's other people doing that, not me. I got the videos together. I'm the one who's, you know, titling them and promoting, but I'm not doing the editing work, right? So any support of that channel is much appreciated for all the hard work that's going into it, okay? So right now you can do super thanks on certain videos, but not all. Only the videos that are considered monetizable. So like Red Dead, you could do it. Or certain parts of Final Fantasy 13. Or you could become a channel member over there, and that would help the channel in general. Oh, by the way, there's 4 emotes available if you become a member over there. 2 of them are new emotes. It's actually me as Ryu and Ken from when I dressed up last year in Street Fighter 6. So it's actually genuinely 2 emotes you can't use, you know, anywhere else. But the thing is, like, I have no plans to do a ton of live streams or anything, so, I mean, will you be able to use the emotes? Yeah, in video comments. That's about it. So, make no bones about it. If you contribute on that channel right now with a super thanks or a membership, you're just helping the channel. You're not getting much benefit out of it. I'm making that very transparent and upfront here. You're not getting any of the giant benefits that you would get. Like on this channel, you become a member, you're going to be able to use those emotes on every stream. And I stream twice a day, right? But over there, you know, it's going to be few and far between. I want to make that very clear so no one gets any feelings of like, oh, you know, I got ripped off or something because I didn't realize. No, you know, I have no active plans to do tiers. I have no active plans to give extra benefits. It's just if you want to support that channel's efforts, please do that. Now, my goal is that hopefully within a couple of weeks, the channel qualifies for ads. Then I can monetize the videos that are monetizable. Again, not every video will be monetizable because of the stupid copyright issues. But then there'll be some ads on the videos over there, and I'll, you know, make a little bit of revenue that way too. And then the channel will basically be kind of worth the effort, right? So let's see how it goes. Thank you in advance to anyone who heads over to DSP Throwback and watches the content, or now maybe goes above and beyond doing like a super thanks or becoming a member. I will think about possibly doing a live stream next week. And in fact, like I said, tonight I'm going to do a special video on that channel to announce this and to field ideas. Maybe I'll do a poll and say, hey, would you prefer to see a hangout session where we kind of just chill and talk about the old days on YouTube and maybe play like a retro game that you vote on? Or would you prefer to see me do a mini react stream where I react to one of these old playthroughs and the old commentary and stuff like that? Like, what would you like to see? And maybe that poll will determine what that first stream would actually be on DSP Throwback. Okay? So there you go. So that's the news for this morning. I apologize. I know I sound terrible. I am. My nose is all messed up. If I'm going to try to blow it right now. My sinus is completely swollen. I feel like shit. I got a headache. I just don't feel good. Because, like I said, I barely got any sleep last night. And I apologize for that. I hate it when there's stuff that's not controllable, personal stuff going on, and it affects my content. I hate that. I feel like I'll be better in a little bit. Like, over time, I'll feel better. But right now, I just feel like crap. I'm actually debating going and taking, like, one of my allergy pills. Because usually those would help with my sinuses. I'm thinking, maybe I should just pop an allergy pill and see if it, like, makes the swelling go down. Because I just feel shitty, you know? This sucks. Hold on. Let me try to blow my nose. See what happens here. I don't think it's going to help. Ugh. Yeah, it didn't really help. It is what it is, right? Okay. So, cool. That's what's going on right now. I think what we should do is recap what happened yesterday on my streams, and then talk about the schedule for the week, and then basically just do some chill stuff. I don't really have any game news today or anything to cover. No, just chilling. We don't have any Vicks. He says, do you have Vicks? Sometimes I'll put that on my neck or outside of my nose and it helps my sinuses. Yeah, we don't have anything like that at all. So, yeah, this sucks. In fact, I'm really debating. I think I might just head downstairs and pop one of those pills now. Hopefully it helps because I don't, you know, like I said, this swelling in my sinus is killing me right now. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to mute the mic, run downstairs fast, do that. I'll be right back, and then we'll continue with the show. We'll recap yesterday, and we'll talk about the schedule, and we'll go from there. Okay. Okay, hopefully that works. I just popped the allergy pill. All right. So, yesterday, Sunday, was my React day of the week, right? And so that meant that I had my React show, DSP versus the Internet. And it went pretty well, I would say. It's my second show of the year. An interesting variety of clips, to say the least. Some were like documentary style, some were comedy style. I'll be honest, some of these videos that are like staged stunts or challenges or events, I just don't like them. They really drive me nuts. I don't like staged content on YouTube where it's like, oh, so, you know, bury me underground for 20 days and see if I survive. And it's like, fuck you. Like, first of all, it's fake. Second of all, it's fake. Third of all, it's fucking fake. It's bullshit. It's for idiots who believe that shit, right? You'd have to be a fucking dunce to think that it's real. And it's a video that'll get like millions of views from really stupid people and makes a lot of money for really bad people, okay? So I don't like that kind of crap. And people always like put that shit out and it's like, oh my God, you know, it's just the worst kind of content on YouTube. So that stuff irks me, right? But then there's the weird meme videos too where it's like, here's an old man and he's talking like really dirty about like, you know, women's genitalia and stuff. And it's like, what? Like, what is this? Oh, well, it's funny because an old man is saying things that an old man would never really say. And I'm like, that's not funny. That's stupid. So if I just sit here on my stream and I say, oh, goo goo gaga, ooh, ah, ee, ah, ooh, bee, 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 wah, wah. Is that entertaining to you? You know what I'm saying? You know, is that entertaining at all? It doesn't seem to make any sense, right? It's just stupid. So I'm not gonna, you know, that's the kind of crap I don't like. It was actually interesting because during the React show, one of the questions from the a member has, you know, the Q&A segment during each week's show, outright asked, what kind of videos in the last year that you've had the React channel have you liked the most and which kinds haven't you liked? So I basically responded directly to that and answered honestly. I'm hoping that will result in the React show being better. Like over time, hopefully the React show will get better as people submit, you know, clips that are more entertaining to me, right? So I guess we'll see, but I'm excited to see what people come up with. I would say that like 50% of yesterday's show was genuinely great and 50% was kind of like, meh. But that's what happens with the React show. It kind of goes like this because you don't know what's going to be submitted. And I would say that we were on a high for like 3 months there. You know, you had Halloween themed stuff, then you had Christmas themed stuff. So definitely the shows were better when you had that theme. And now those themes are over because now we're heading into a time of the year with not any major holidays, right? So it is what it is. But overall, I enjoyed the show. And thanks to those who still check it out. That channel, you know, right now has still solid 100 members. And that's great. That 100 members that I maintain on that channel basically makes the channel viable. If I didn't have those 100 members, it wouldn't be viable at all. You know, the ad revenue is like non-existent on that channel because all the videos end up getting claimed by third parties. So thank you to those who support that channel in any way and are still members over there. I really do appreciate that, okay? Last night, the late stream was Modern Warfare 3. Now, here's the thing. Modern Warfare 3 is kind of become my guilty pleasure. What do I mean by that? I mean, I know the game's not good. Like, Modern Warfare 3 is just not a very good game. But I still have fun playing it. It's odd to me, okay, that I don't play that game regularly but do well every time I do. How is it that I don't play Modern Warfare 3 actively, right? How was the last time I played it? I think it was like a day or two after Christmas, right? So, you know, it's so weird to me because I don't play this game, and every time I play, I'm at the top of the leaderboard. I'm the best player on the team. It's like, what? Like, why? Are the people who play that game that bad? Yeah. Like, literally, the people who play that game are that bad. I know I'm not good. That's the thing. Like, normally, someone who's doing good at a game would be like, oh, it's because I'm the best or whatever. I'm terrible at that game. I don't play it enough to be good at it. But the people who play it must be, like, way worse than me. I don't even know how else to equate it, right? So, like, last night, no exaggeration, for 2 hours, I'm doing good. I'm getting crazy kill streaks. You know, I had 3 loadouts. One was an assault rifle and a karambit, you know, melee weapon. The second was a sniper rifle and that karambit. And the third was an LMG with the akimbo Renetti handguns. So basically I had a loadout for any situation. If it was a map that had a lot of distance, I would try sniping. For the insanely stupid maps like Rust, I just used the akimbo Renettis. And I basically did really good. So here's the thing though about that, okay? People don't really come out for Modern Warfare 3 anymore. Like, I played that stream and it didn't have great attendance. The chat was literally disengaged. And what I mean by that is, like, the chat wasn't even paying attention to what was going on in the game. They were having unrelated conversations. They were talking about sports and stuff. And I'm looking at the chat, I'm like, hey, you guys can do whatever you want. You know, I'm having fun with the game. That's what I mean. It's kind of like my guilty pleasure, because I know the game's not good. But I enjoy playing it when I play it. For whatever odd reason, I do well when I play it. It's weird to me that I play it so infrequently and I'm able to do well. This would be like the equivalent of me almost never playing Street Fighter, never really putting effort to get good at it, but then I play and I kick everyone's ass. Like, how does that equate? It doesn't, right? Like in Street Fighter, I had to work a ton to get good enough to be able to hang. So it's weird to me that with Call of Duty, it seems to be the polar opposite. I don't get it, right? It's weird. So, I had a great time, but, you know, chat was not into it, and so, and also, let's be honest, support was very slow. We actually had a bunch of gifted memberships right off the bat when the stream started, and then once the stream started, basically there was one person who did like 3 tips, just that one person, and it was just pretty much almost completely dead the rest of the night. So, the thing is, if I have a filler stream, a stream with nothing going on, and I really just feel like maybe every once in a while, man, I feel like I want to play some Call of Duty, I'll do it. But it's definitely not something that I'm going to be doing regularly, just because I don't think people really care so much about it. It seems like that stream's more for me than for you. You know what I mean? Like, I had fun playing Call of Duty last night, but it didn't seem like the audience did. So, maybe just for variety's sake, every once in a while, okay? So there you go. And, so, alright, good stuff. And I hope that you enjoyed the content from yesterday. Here's the schedule for the rest of the week. Today, we are continuing on with Baldur's Gate 3. We're actually in the Underdark, and last time around, sadly, I ran into a fight. I didn't know it was going to be a fight like it was. It's like you against like 11 enemies. It's like, what the hell? So I didn't know that, and I hadn't long rested before the fight. So because of that, essentially I was at a big disadvantage. I still almost won the fight, but after doing this fight for like over 30 minutes, I lose because literally my teammates miss like 5 times in a row. And it's all, every single attack is like 65, 75, 85% chance to hit. Miss, 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 miss. And then there's one sniper, and the sniper goes, critical hit, critical hit, critical hit, critical hit, critical hit, kills everyone. And I'm like, yeah, that's a great game, right? I'm sorry, because you guys know how honest I've been about my opinions about this game. I do understand why so many people would like it. At the same time, I do think the game is full of shit. Like, I prefer a game, alright, that if you put in the time to level up your characters and have a certain build, if you have an understanding of how your characters work, right, there's a level of consistency and dependability in the combat. That's the kind of RPG I like. I don't like the idea that you could be playing a game like this and your party has amazing abilities and you have all the things set up perfectly of how they should be, and then you go to play and it doesn't matter what you've prepared or what you've done, the game says, bad dice roll 12 times in a row. Miss, 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 you lose. That's just stupid. Because here's the thing. In real life, right, you cannot control everything. At any given moment, something could go wrong. My power could go out right now and my stream goes up. I don't control that. That's a dice roll, right? Right? Seriously. Right now, Jasper Kitty could run up and barf in the middle of the hallway, and now I got to interrupt my stream to go clean that up. That's a dice roll, right? There's this element of chance and luck in real life, and I get that. But when I play a game, the whole point of playing the game is to suspend that level of luck so that I can actually have a good time. if I'm investing time and knowledge and effort into a game, I just want the game to work. You get it? Like, to me, the game is the simulated environment where that should be, try to be better than real life. In real life, I'm not a magical dragon that can cast spells across a room and destroy things from a distance, and you know what I mean? I can't do that in real life. That's why I play the game. But also in real life, there's all these factors that I can't control that kind of screw up my life and make it annoying. I don't want those random factors to be copied into my fucking game. That's not fun or relaxing or interesting to me. That's just fucking annoying. No, really. That's fucking annoying. For some people, maybe you just love that everything in your life is an ultimate level of challenge or something, right? Not me. My life is challenging enough. Trust me, I got enough shit going on in my life right now. Trust me, I got a lot of shit going on in my life. I don't need extra frustrations, you know? When I'm turning on Baldur's Gate 3, this should be my opportunity to relax and have a good time with the game, not to be frustrated because I roll badly and now my team just misses things 14 times in a fucking row, and even though I worked my ass off to get where I am, you lose the fight, you gotta do the whole thing over, lose 40 minutes of gameplay. It's like, no, that's shit. That's bad game design. But some people think it's great. Some people love that shit. Oh, I love that everything I do in life is tough. When I go to sleep, I sleep on a bed of nails. When I get up out of bed, I make sure that there's broken glass on the floor that I gotta walk on to get to my bathroom. By the way, when I get to the bathroom, my toilet's full of snakes that bite my ass when I take my morning shit. I love that shit. It's like, I don't love that shit. All right? I just want, I want a level of comfort and enjoyment when I play my video games. And that's where my criticism is coming. It's coming out of me trying to relay to you my feelings. And I hope that you don't take it the bad way, because some people do. They'll be like, oh my God, he criticized Baldur's Gate 3. He hates the game. No, that's not the case. I do like the game. But in a case like this, right, I think that this is stupid. I do. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I do think it's stupid. I think it's unfair. I think it's ridiculous to expect the player to just put up with that shit. It's like, no, I shouldn't have to put up with your shit. I should have abilities and things that just fucking work. When I play Final Fantasy, and it's turn-based Final Fantasy, like this game is, and I cast an ability, is there a chance it'll miss? Yes. But most of the time, I can rely that just a basic attack will work. Not miss, 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 miss. You're standing next to an enemy, and it says you have a 20% chance to hit. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm standing next to the enemy. I could literally sneeze and hit the enemy by accident. How is my sword going to miss? What are you talking about? The whole stats thing, it overcomplicates the game. Okay, it does. And the thing is, I think it all stems from people who love D&D and how D&D works. I don't know how D&D works. All right? I don't play it. And based on what I've seen in this game, I wouldn't want to play it. It seems way too complicated. My life is complicated enough. I don't need more complications on top of complications. Do you understand? So that's where my criticism is coming from. All right? Now, today we're going to go back and do that fight, and of course we're going to win it, because I'm going to fucking rest now. I'm going to rest. I'm going to have my spells and things. So it's not going to be, it's not a big deal that I lost the fight. But I also have the right to criticize it when I think that it needs criticism, and I do think that this game has been overpraised as being like this flawless RPG. It's not flawless. It has issues. It's, in a lot of cases like this, it's just not fun to have to deal with that shit. It's not. You've taken the fun factor away when a random dice roll determines if I win a fight, not if I played the fight well, right? So, you know, again, it is what it is, and if you disagree, that's okay. You don't have to be a butt-kissing sycophant here on DSP Gaming. You have the right to disagree and voice your opinions and concerns, but I'm just telling you where I'm coming from, okay? So, today in Baldur's Gate 3, we're going to pick up where we left off. I'm going to do a rest, all right? And then I'm going to do that fight again, and likely I'm going to wipe the floor with those assholes, because now I'm going to have all these giant area of effect spells that are going to be good, and they're just going to kick. Like, I had no level 3 spells with my main character. So he was basically kind of weak and wasn't doing anything effective. So now I'm going to have all those, and I should basically be able to kick some butt, okay? Now, once we win that fight, there's still more to do in the Underdark, correct? Don't we still have the quest where we have to find the underground forge? So we still have more to do. We'll do that. And, you know, and then we'll go on from there and see what's next. Because people were saying before you finish Act 1, there's still the mountain pass. It's like, so Act 1 is essentially the big chunk of the game then, right? Because already, for those who don't know, we're like 40... Let's see here. We're 45 hours into the game. And we're in Act 1. So unless you're telling me this game is 150 hours long, which I don't believe, it seems like the game is front-loaded, right? So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. But, let's see how it goes today. By the way, thank you to those who continuously show up, engage, and support with the Baldur's Gate 3 streams. That is definitely one of the reasons why this has been such a fun playthrough for me. Again, being a newbie, an outsider to D&D, and not really understanding the way it works, and you guys coming by every day and hanging out with me and helping me with it. I really appreciate that. And, you know, let's continue on, and let's see how it goes today. Now, tonight on the late stream, it is Sea of Stars. And actually, we're doing Sea of Stars a couple of times more this week because I want to get further into the game. This is the game that I like, but I've barely played. You know, I've only played, like, what, 8 hours of the game in the last 3 weeks or something like that. So I definitely want to get further in the game. And so tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, that's exactly what we're going to do. I hope that you guys will join me for Sea of Stars. It's going to be a fun time, a chill time. We just got to a new island. I think it's called, like, the Wraith Island or something like that, where there's, like, haunted stuff. So I'm excited to play it tonight and see what's there, okay? So tomorrow, it'll be more Resident Evil 0 Remastered. I'm happy for this. Why? Because we unsoft-locked the game. I was stuck on that stupid bat boss, and we beat him. But not only did we beat him, but I actually got past the part of the game that I was soft-locked at in my 8-year-old playthrough. There was a room with 2 hunters. We have to run and grab an item. And basically, I was able to do it on the first shot this time around. Last time, I had, like, no health and no ammo. So I had to do it without getting hit, and it was a nightmare. But I actually managed to do it on the first try this time. So now we're into the factory part of the game. And for what I've seen, maybe 4 hours left in the game for my original run. So we'll see if we beat it tomorrow. If not, probably one more stream to wrap it up. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night, will also be Sea of Stars on the late stream, which I'm excited for. Again, I want to get better progress in the game, so it'll be about 4 hours between tonight and tomorrow night. And then Wednesday will be more Baldur's Gate 3. And then Wednesday night, I'm excited for this, but I don't remember if I have the artwork set up. Aha, I do. Wednesday night, it is the return of Family Night here on DSP Gaming, where I'll be hanging out with my wife and Jasper. And we'll be doing Q&A and hanging out with the audience and just seeing what you guys want to talk about, okay? It'll be our second Q&A night. Now, by the way, we're not going to be doing this every week. This is just, my wife had such a good time last week appearing on my stream for the first time in over 5 years that she was like, yeah, I would actually like to do it again. It was a good positive vibe and feeling. And the moderators did a great job of keeping, you know, any kind of trolling and negativity done. And it was just, it went really well. So we're going to be doing that again on Wednesday night, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time for a couple of hours. And then after that, likely we will take a break from it. And then probably my wife will come back when Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is out to see. We'll check out the island mode together, the island simulation mode, and try to set up the virtual island together. And that's something we're going to be doing as gameplay together, is doing this virtual island stuff, okay? So there you go. That's Wednesday night. And that's the week. You know, next week is the final week of streaming before new releases. So it'll be, you know, as much progress as I can make in Baldur's Gate 3, trying to finish Resident Evil 0 Remastered, trying to get as far as I can in Sea of Stars, the final 2 Street Fighter 6 night streams. And you know, we'll play it by ear and go from there. I may do a night stream of DSP Throwback, as we've just mentioned on this podcast. Could be an opportunity, a good opportunity, to do a variety stream over there, either of like a retro throwback night where we talk and hang out and talk about the old days and maybe play like a retro game, or to do a react stream where I react to the old content. All right, we'll see. So that could be pretty cool. And it'll be a good time, I think, I feel. All right, good stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. Keep in mind the new releases come out a week from Friday, and that is, again, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, as well as Tekken 8, and I'm very excited for both of those games. 2 completely different styles of games that will be fun and interesting. So, good stuff. All right, I've covered everything I wanted to talk about today. Thank goodness. So let's do some shout outs, shall we? We start off today. From a troll. So I just ignore the nonsense. Cool. Good. Very good. Okay. We actually start off today. Hold on. Okay. We actually start off today with a $20 tip. Excuse me. From 1 Minute Man. So listen to this. Listen to Lunkbug and find Philomene the Sapper in the northeastern part of Grimforge. Calm her down and get explosives from her. Pick up more while you're there. Use your own smoke bombs in combat. So basically, if you remember, I skipped a step. If you remember on the last stream, per the story, I was told to go find some person who I guess had explosives. And that, if I went and found them, that they would give me explosives that I could then use to clear the passage, right? The reason I didn't do that is because, number one, people told me that it was timed, right? That was number one. And number two, because I was running out of time for that stream. And it was my intention to try to actually get through that segment and that fight on that stream. Like, that was the goal. Obviously, it didn't work out that way because I lost the fight, so it didn't even matter that I was doing that to rush. Now, today, if you guys want me to, okay, yeah, I could obviously go and do that. But, I mean, that is going to kind of drag it out. And I understand what you're saying. You can use those bombs in combat. You're right. But I also have 7,000 scrolls I can use in combat. I have 1,000,000 arrows I can use in combat. I don't think it's that big of a deal to use the bombs just to open the cave. But you're right. If you're playing optimally with unlimited time, then you could probably go find this person who you probably talk to, and they'll give you bombs, and then you just blow it up with those bombs or whatever, right? Keep in mind, I have to reload, and we have to do a long rest. So I don't know if the long rest is going to change the time of the game, because people were saying you have limited time to do that mission. So maybe if I take the long rest now or have such precious little time, I wouldn't be able to go do that anyway. I don't know. I don't know how it works, right? Okay. Thank you, 1 Minute Man. First contribution of the day. That's really all that's going on right now. I don't have any other shout outs to do or anything like that right now. So what I would say is let's open up the chat to some Q&A. All right, you guys let me know what's on your mind. Tag me in the chat and we'll chat for a little bit here. Okay. Cool. So what do you guys want to talk about? What's on your mind today? Tag me in the chat. Let's have a little bit of Q&A before we adjourn the show and we jump back into Baldur's Gate 3. Waffles or pancakes, and why? I prefer waffles. Honestly, I think that pancakes in general are a little bit too sweet. Waffles are not as sweet, and waffles also, I like how you could put butter or syrup and they kind of like, it sits in like the holes of the waffle and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Well, I like that. I like how the waffles have a little bit of a crunch too. I just think there's more going on with waffles. Pancakes are very kind of basic and sadly, like I said, a little too sweet for me. Sarah says you only lost one fight. Aren't you overreacting saying the game is too difficult? I didn't say the game was too difficult. I said the game is annoying. There's a difference. I never said that the game is overly difficult. I don't actually believe that. I just think the game makes itself so complicated with this minutia, right? It's like, here's this world that's so complex, you need to know 700 factors at once, and even if you understand the factors, then there's dice rolls too, so even if you play perfectly, you could still have misfortune. I don't find that fun. That's my opinion. You could disagree. I don't. My life, my real life, is just like that. I've got so much going on in my real life. It's very complex. There's minutia all over the fucking place that I need to know to keep stuff together, right? And at any moment, something could happen in my real life that annoys the crap out of stuff, and it's nothing I can control. That's my real life. Why would I want to then have my real life annoyances essentially carried over into the video game I'm playing? What, you know what I mean? It's like, why do I want to bash my head with the 2x4? Oh, this is great. Oh, yeah. You know, I could just not use the 2x4 and use a piece of foam, but the 2x4 is better. It's realistic. My head's fucking swelling up and becoming gory. It's like, why would I do this to myself? You know, I just don't like that. Maybe some people do. Maybe you like a game that's so overly complicated that it just becomes minutia. I you know, for me, I got enough going on. It gives me a headache. It does. It like gives me a fucking headache to have to worry about all this shit when I'm playing a game. You know? Like dead to rights, I should have won that fight last stream. And you know it too. Anyone who was watching that fight, you're like, oh yeah, Phil definitely won it. And then what happens? I lose it. Because everyone's miss. Well, fuck this then. Why am I playing? If every button input I do is negated due to the way that they develop the game, then I don't want to fucking play it, right? Like, you're just frustrating me at this point. Okay. Ex-Hooligan did a super chat in Spanish. And, of course, people are going to wonder what this says. Should we translate this? It would be cool if YouTube had, like, a on-the-fly translator, but they don't. Let's see. Congratulations, Phil. YouTube support is not a spiraling downward arrow in incompetence. They're just as bad as Twitch. So basically what you're saying is in regards to, you're probably talking about the whole gifted membership situation from yesterday, right, Ex-Hooligan? That's what I would guess. Honestly, like, after getting that answer I got yesterday live during this podcast, I mean, do you really think that makes you feel better? Think about this, right? You're the customer of the company, right? And the customer feels slighted because the customer earned revenue and isn't getting it. And your answer to the customer is, oh, we've built a system that's literally a dice roll gamble that your gifted membership has to be assigned to someone who actively is watching your content. And if not, it gets refunded back to the original supporter. So basically, even if you earn support, you're not guaranteed to get it. It's a dice roll. What did I just get done saying about dice rolls and randomness? I just said it's not fun. It's annoying. So now you're telling me I gotta play Baldur's Gate 3 where there's a dice roll. In real life, there's a dice roll. When I'm fucking on YouTube and people give memberships, there's a dice roll. How about you take your dice and you shove it up your fucking dick hole? Because I'm tired of dice rolls. Okay? Really? I'm tired of this nonsense. If I earn a gifted membership, I should get it. If someone purchased it and applied it to the channel, I should get it. It shouldn't be, oh, maybe you get it, maybe not. That's pretty stupid. Not gonna lie. So thank you for the super chat, Ex-Hooligan. Okay, enough of that. And let me tell you, putting a 20-sided die in your dick hole is probably pretty painful, I would assume. I've never done it myself, but it sounds pretty painful, right? Anyway. All right, what else is on your guys' mind today? What else is on your mind? Nat 20 rolls all day, calling it now is this cool spot. Yeah, right. Do I like horchata? I don't know if I've ever had it. Isn't horchata, isn't it like an alcoholic, like, dairy drink from Mexico. I don't know if I've ever had it or not. Did I? I don't remember. Just chillin' says, any particular type of waffle, thinner waffles like those at Waffle House or Belgian waffle? You know, I've never had waffles from Waffle House. They don't have it. They don't have Waffle House in Connecticut, and it's not out here either. So I never had a waffle at Waffle House. I do like Belgian waffles, the thicker kind. They're a little bit more crunchy. I like those. Tub says you should respec dexterity and change your dice settings. No. We're 45 hours into the game. I'm not going to now be changing settings. That'd be pretty ridiculous, no? Thank you, Idrees. Idrees says, I'm just dropping in to say hi and good luck with the stream today. Thank you, Idrees. Is DSP politics on the planning board? No, not for now. Maybe one day, but not now. Certainly not now. Especially with this fucking year coming up and the elections and everything. No. No. It's going to be bad enough. This is going to be a place where you're going to come and not hear politics. So that way you can escape the nonsense. Okay? It's yummy rice milk, but it can have alcohol in it. Horchata. Oh, okay. Turn on karmic dice or have a bad time? No, I'm not doing that. The whole idea of dice is that they're random. That's the idea behind dice. So if I'm going to enjoy this game for what it was supposed to be, I'm going to have the fucking dice on real dice rolls, right? The whole idea behind karmic dice is that, I mean, it's kind of like a crutch, you know? And I'm not doing that. Shiv Aw, which I think is like Shiv Australia, or maybe Austria, I don't know. Says 45 hours, you only had one bad fight with bad rolls. I'd say your luck is pretty good. I don't think anyone's debating that. The point I'm making is the game shouldn't be based on luck at all. That's the point I'm making. If you're doing a video game, it should be based on skill. It should be based on effort. It should be based on time invested in understanding the systems. Not, oh, luck. I could do things based on luck right now, right? With big risk reward, but actually, you know, if I win it, I go to the casino and bet my house. And if I win, I'm rich, right? I don't need to have simulated luck in a video game. There's no point. You know what I mean? Wow, that's an old question. Rich88 says, did they ever update you about the tire thief? You're talking about when a tire was stolen off of my car at the local mall 7 months ago. No, there's no update because they didn't investigate it. I told you. We filed a police report. We gave them all the details. We even said the mall has camera footage. They told us they have it on camera, so you could talk to mall security. And the local police said, this isn't worth our time to investigate. That's what law enforcement is like out here. They don't do anything about theft at all. Like zero. There's nothing done about theft. Unless there's like a ginormous crime ring and they try to bust it, that's one thing. But just regular theft, they do absolutely nothing about it at all. They just let it ride. If they find you stealing in a store, they will take you out of the store, take the product away, and let you go. They don't even arrest you. So, that's what it's like out here. Isn't that a great place? Again, you have to understand it's not the cops. Because some people are like, oh, it's the cops' fault. No, it's not. Do you think anyone joins law enforcement because they don't want to be able to enforce the law? No. You know, it's not their fault. It's out here, the politicians changed all the laws to take all the power away from law enforcement because they were so afraid, right? That all that time, you know, during the COVID era, during the Black Lives Matter era, when that happened 3-4 years ago, they're so afraid of police going over their power or overstepping their power and doing awful things to people that they basically neutered them. So now the police don't have power to stop crime. So they can't. They don't. They just let it ride. And now everything out here is bad and everyone's complaining. Oh, the businesses are saying, oh, things are so bad. We're leaving. This is awful. Downtown Seattle, no one goes to Seattle. They've lost millions upon millions of dollars in tourism and revenue because no one wants to go there because the crime skyrocketed and the police don't stop it. This is what the politicians here wanted. This is what they did, you know? And this is not me giving a political statement. This is literally factually what has happened. You can read news articles that outright will say this is exactly what has happened here in this area of the country. Statistically, we are the highest theft rate of the entire country here in this state. The only place that's worse than Washington State, get this, Washington, D.C., which isn't a state. It's that district where our capital is. That's the worst in the country. We're second worst, but we're worst overall by state. We're the worst state. We have more theft per person than any state in the country. It's pretty bad. Anyway, anything else, guys? What are the 3 most meaningful moments in my life? It says beyond mystery. This moment right now, the moment that just passed, and the moment that's coming. There you go. I'm not answering the question. Stupid. Like I can tell you some awesome moments. I will always remember my wedding. That was one of the best days of my life for sure. Marrying Kat, and we had such a nice special day, and it wasn't expensive, and it wasn't a giant amount of people, and it wasn't a stupid giant party. It was a very small, close-knit group of people, a few of my relatives or whatever, and just basically getting married at my parents' house, and then going to a dinner at an Italian restaurant, right? It was so nice. And we will always remember that. We have pictures of it and everything. It's just so special to us to have those memories, you know, because we don't know if we're ever going to have memories like that again, you know? Who knows what life brings, right? So that's probably one of, if not the most memorable day. Outside of that, I mean, do I really think about other days and stuff? I mean, every day's good. I get to spend time with my wife. I get to spend time with Jasper Kitty. I get to hang out with you guys on stream. When you have so many good days, you don't really think so much about what's the best one. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the competition? Who cares? Right? Yeah, bad days, but, you know, I got a lot of good days, too. So. Sorry, guys. As I told you, I did not get a lot of sleep last night at all. I don't feel very good. Like I said, I'm sorry about that. By the way, I took that allergy pill. I don't really think it did anything. It doesn't feel like it did. My whole sinus is still swollen. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I got people asking me, like, what's the worst day of my life? What life mistake would you redo? I don't want to talk about that shit. What makes you think I want to think about bad times in my life this morning? No, absolutely not. I don't want to dwell on bad times. I want to dwell on good times, good things, right? Good for you. Meatball Man says he's going to get a new puppy tomorrow, an Alaskan Malamute. Sounds awesome. Very cute. Do I think Xbox will go third party? Yes. They will no longer manufacture consoles. They will only make bad games for third party. Just like now they make bad games, so they'll only make bad games for third party consoles now. Right. Derek, that sounds good. He says he's going to nominate a video for the React Show about a Canadian hero that still has an impact on things 40 years later. Sounds good. When's the last time I pet a dog? Oh, I don't know. I don't really have interactions with dogs, so I couldn't tell you. Do I have a favorite coffee brand? Yeah, I said I drink this brand. It's a Hawaiian blend of coffee. I don't know what it's called. It starts with a K. It's like Kawawo, something. I don't know what it's called. But it's at my local grocery store. I just get the K-cups of it. But I get black, which is it's called like Nepali style. And then I get one that's hazelnut and vanilla mixed together. And I have the black coffee in the morning. and I have the hazelnut vanilla after dinner. So I have 2 cups of coffee a day, and I love it. It has this cool, unique, acidic flavor. I really like it. No, I don't go to Starbucks. Starbucks is insanely overpriced coffee. Like, for what they sell, it's just so expensive for no good reason. Do I think we'll have Elden Ring DLC this year? You would think we would. I mean, I don't know what's taking them so long. You would definitely think we would, but I don't know. Alright, see you later, Derek. Some people are saying I should grow out my beard. I already told you why I don't do that. It's because it bothers me. When my beard is too long, it legit bothers me. It itches, and I can't really stand it. I'm not saying that I couldn't grow it out. I probably could. I would just have to build up a resistance to the feeling of having the beard. But personally, you know, I don't care to have a full beard. My wife doesn't care for the full beard. She feels that just this beard is scratchy. Like, this here is kind of scratchy. So imagine if the whole face was always covered in a beard. It'd probably be too scratchy for her. Cool Spot says, I paid $10 for a chicken sandwich, fries, and Coke at McDonald's. The prices are outrageous. That's cheap. I'm not even kidding you. Like, out here, the combo meals at McDonald's are over $10. They are. Almost every combo meal out here is like $11, $12. That's how high the prices are in Washington right now because of inflation. There you go. Duke says, get a beard softener. My wife loves mine. They're cheap and they go a long way. Yes, what I need to do is basically I need to completely just spend hours every day conditioning my face and beard. I mean, this is the primary focus of my life moving forward, is to spend hours in the bathroom every morning applying products to my face and beard. It just makes sense, right? I mean, if I'm on stream every day, I gotta look my best. I gotta, feel my best, right? Absolutely. I want to get a brush and just like completely cover it in like goo and just like brush my face, soak it in, right? Yikes. I don't know. Whatever happened to the real men out there? The real men who, they have birds living in their beards, like giant, they have nests in there, and squirrels hide their acorns in their beards, right? Those are the real men. The Paul Bunyans. Where are the Bunyans? Where'd they go? Now we have too many hipster idiots putting all this shit into their beards, right? It's ridiculous. See you later, No Sleep Real Vibes. Oh, glitter beards. There you go. I need to grow out a big beard so every morning I can just go throw a handful of glitter in it and walk around fabulous all day, spreading the glitter love everywhere I go. Sounds good to me. Sounds like true to the original design, as they say. Right? As intended, originally. Very nice. You're a construction worker. Corey Trevor Smokes says, I'm a construction worker. I put product in my beard. Nothing is wrong with proper grooming. Yeah, but what's going to happen one day when you're on the job site and you're like 40 stories up and your coworker slips and is about to fall off this construction work building, right? They're going to fall to their doom. And they reach out, and the only thing they can grab in the heat of the moment is your beard. And they grab your beard to save their desperate life, and all of a sudden, oh no, you put product in your beard. And because of the beard oil, their hand goes zoop, and they fly off the building and die. Look what you did. Look what your vanity did. Yes, I know. This is the dumbest discussion. I know it is. Look what your vanity did. You killed your coworker. How could you? Your beard was supposed to be there to save him. Oh my God. All right, we're just being silly this morning. This is what we needed. We needed some silliness, right? We did. We needed some levity and some silliness on today's stream. Every once in a while, it's good to just be silly and hang out and be you know, be funny because, you know, with a lot of stuff going on, like I said, today, just to forewarn everyone, because I said I opened the show with this, I got some stuff going on in my real life right now that's really bothering me. And it's stuff that's out of my control. It's stuff that has nothing whatsoever to do with the stream or with me and Kat and Jasper, anything like that. I want to make that clear that everything here is fine. But, you know, it's life. And then life shit happens. And it's like, well, you know, what are you going to do? And, you know, I'm at my wit's end. I'm nervous. I'm feeling shitty. I didn't sleep well last night. That's why I don't look good today. I look like shit, I know. So, you know, it was good to have a nice, you know, being messing around, being silly, and having a nice laugh this morning, right? Oh, I see. Bookworm says you apply beard conditioner in the shower when you're also shaving your legs. Oh, perfect time. That's right. You know, when I got, the only bummer is, it's hard fitting the whole weed whacker into the shower with me to shave my legs. So, you know, I gotta rev it like, and then I can put the beard oil in while oh my God. Anyway, very exciting. I received a $10 tip from Peanut Butter Pizza Toppings, who says, if you talk to some disgruntled mercenaries, they may join you in the fight against the asshole Nair or Near, or whatever his name is. Well, there you go. Thank you to Peanut Butter Pizza Toppings. That sounds pretty disgusting. I'm not going to lie. I thought I had talked to a couple people in the room. They didn't help me at all. But maybe if I talk to more, I don't know. To figure this out. Thank you for the $10 tip. But remember, the more people who join in the fight to help you, the less experience points you'll get. And I want to hit level 6. There you go. Yeah, see, Dark Gaming says, watch, he's going to long rest, and then when he goes to do the Nair fight, Nair is dead. So then it's easy, but it screws the quest up. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that was what you guys were telling me last time. That's why I didn't long rest, but the problem is I didn't have any spells, and that's why it was such a pain in the ass, right? Darcy X says, you can split the fight. Then you could turn on the ones who helped you and get the experience. Wow. Now that's an evil twist, right? Yeah, I do feel like I screwed up the dialogue with Nair as well, because remember I was saying things to try to fool him, and it didn't work at all. So maybe if I pick different dialogue options, maybe that'll change the situation. I won't have to fight him. I don't know. You know, again, it's my first time playing. This is the first time I'm forced to reload because I died. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. Can I dance for you? Excited now because I'm dancing? Was that good? That's chair dancing. That's the limit of what you can do when you're actually in a chair, right? Like, there's not much you can do when you're in the chair. If you can't swing your hips, you can't really dance, right? If you have your hips moving better then you can actually dance better. You got the little merengue, cha-cha movements. But you can't really do that in a chair. You're like limited in what you can do in a chair, right? Yeah. I do have some rhythm, but I can't do it sitting down. Like, how am I supposed to have a rhythm when I'm sitting down? Right? I'm not good at dancing, though, or anything. All right. Shall we end the show? I'm proving that white people have rhythm. There you go. All right. Let's end the show. Ew. Just Chillin' says Sonic Drive-In is promoting a peanut butter and bacon cheeseburger. Anyway. All right. Guys, thank you. Sorry that it wasn't an energetic show today. You know, what are you going to do? Not everyone can be ultra energetic. Like I said, I'm not feeling that great today, honestly. Because of, you know, some stuff going on. And it is what it is. But I still had a good show with all of you. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks to those who chilled. Thanks to those who supported. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put on a special video on DSP Throwback tonight. Hopefully I'll get some feedback over there about, you know, what would you like to see as your first stream over there. Hopefully we'll have some great progress in Baldur's Gate 3 and Sea of Stars today. It'll be a good day, right? So, thank you for hanging out with me. Making my day a little bit brighter, right? Just by spending some time. I always appreciate that. And hopefully I'll talk to you all tomorrow on the same time, same place, same show. Sound good? All right, thanks, guys. See you then. Bye-bye.